Hey now, if you're getting this message, it means you must be one of my noisemakers. Last week, I got sick. Like my body shut completely down. And I spent the bulk of my time either sleep in my bed or sleep on my couch. So I did not get to do a recap of the Noisemaker challenge. And so tonight, as I was lying here on my couch, I really started, as I'm feeling better, as I began to reflect on the things that kind of stood out to me during the challenge, I want to hit you with three things that is making me want to question, why haven't you started making the noise that you know you need to make? That it's time for you to make. And like I talked about during the Noisemaker challenge, that people are at home losing sleep over what you can do in your sleep. And so it really is time for you to start putting yourself out there. So one of the first things every year, whenever I've done the challenge, I hadn't done a challenge in a few years, but when I've done the challenge in the past, one of my favorite nights to talk about is owning your genius. And that's where I get to dive deep into really finding your voice and owning your genius. And true to form, on this last Noisemaker challenge, I had several people who I would ask, how long have you been doing what you do? What is in your lane of genius? 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. And several of these people who have been actually doing what they're called to do didn't consider themselves an expert. They were waiting on somebody to come through and say, yes, with all of your credentials, with all of your education, with all of your expertise and experience, I now deem you an expert. And that's just not how it's going to work. So I love the fact that so many after that night actually started raising their hand. And is that you? Is that you, that you're waiting on someone to come through and say, I now deem you an expert? I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen. And if you have the expertise, the education, and the experience, oh, that's 3 E's, education, expertise, and experience, wasn't even trying. It is time for you to get out there and start making some noise, because people are really hurting. The second thing that really came up with, and I tried to impress upon my noisemakers who were attending the challenge, is now more than ever, is it easier to get a yes from producers for your segment. It's not easy. Let me correct I was going to say that, because I teach that my 7-step Maverick method. It's not easy. I'm not going to lie to you, but the method I've built is proven that it can be simple if you do what I say. Okay. That's the key. But because we're still semi-lockdown, studios, networks are not having a lot of in-studio guests. So it is quite possible for you to be sitting in Atlanta doing an interview for a station in Honolulu or Juneau, Alaska. Like, it is possible. I got the receipts to back it up, but it's all in the challenge. I'm not going to waste your time. Just if you hear, then you know I always have receipts for what I teach. Oh, I got that too. I'm on a roll tonight. That's a rhyme. I got receipts for what I teach. And then the third thing, what was the third thing I was thinking about? What was the third thing? The third thing was the fact that what makes me unique about most of the people that I know that are out here is that I was a TV producer for 25 years. I either edited or I was producing for 25 years on all kinds of shows, from reality TV to publicity campaigns for major feature films to news magazine shows. I know what a segment looks like. So the beauty of what I teach in Media Mavericks Masters is that I teach you how to produce your segment. And producer after producer who I had as guests came on to back. I didn't even tell them that that's what I was teaching. They just said it themselves, that when you make yourself indispensable to be a producer's dream guest, it's usually because you've produced the segment for them. You've visualized it for them and just handed it to them on a silver platter. And that's actually what I teach in the first 2 modules before we even get pitching. So I'm telling you, the clock is ticking. If you're going to come play with me, don't dilly-dally. I'm only taking about 25 Mavericks this round. I'm teaching it live for 10 weeks. And anybody who is in Atlanta who actually wants to be in the room with me, I'm going to give you that option for a few of the classes. So I'm telling you, before time run out, you might want to get the clicking that buy button. All right? Mwah. Bye.